Introduction of EKSA. First, definition of EKSA. The conducive public sector ecosystem, aka EKSA, is the rename of the 5S practice implementation in order to more effectively meet the demands of the public sector. The 5S practice are sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. Second, objectives of EKSA. The objective of EKSA can be described as to increase productivity and work efficiency, to improve the company image, to encourage innovative and creative thinking, and the creation of a green workplace culture.
Next, the new element of EKSA based on 5S practices, which have been the sign of EKSA directions since 2010. The new element contains of 5 things, which are corporate image, creativity and innovation, conducive environment, green practice, and diversity of agencies. So the first element is corporate image. This element relates with people's or party identifications or view or perceptions toward the environment, behaviors, or accomplishment of an organization. Therefore, the people in the workplace or organization must share the same value, ethics, and work norms in order to develop a positive corporate culture. The second element is creativity and innovation. This element is encouraged to be cultivated by EKSA among department and agency members of the public sector by completing tasks and their individual duties in order to boost workplace productivity. The third element is conducive environment. It is essential for developing an innovative work performance and a high-performance organizational culture across department and government agencies. The fourth element is green practice. It is an environmental friendly behaviors that can promote sustainability and the preservation of an environment. To illustrate, a practice like saving energy can be conducted in the workplace or organization. The last element is diversity of agencies. Recently, EKSA has established new assessment and auditing models that contain basic and particular criteria that take into account the diversity of government department and agencies based on the type of service provided. So beside me here is the evaluation criteria that we made for our zone, which is second, third and fourth floor of Block B. As you can see, we evaluate by giving marks from 1 to 5. Each mark has its own criteria that based on the effectiveness, efficiency, sustainability and impact. If you see, we mostly focus on the environmental, cleanliness, ventilation, and functionality of a place. Besides, we also divide the zone for this evaluation. So we will start the evaluation with the ICT lab rooms at the second floor. Next, we also will evaluate the lectures room and the toilets at the second, third, and fourth floor as well. Not only that, the hallways at those 3 floors also will be evaluated by us. Lastly, the total mark received will be calculated by using the given formula to determine the exact percentage.
For the committee structures and the propositions of EKSA administration 3.1 committee structure, I believe that as widely recognized, the general public organization must highlight the standards of the conducive public sector ecosystems in day-to-day management. And as you guys can see, based on the slides here, they are the structures that were set by us for the Block B management EKSA conducive imply in the Block B. As we know, the new EKSA aims to improve the 5S characteristics by setting out a work environment that will be more conducive to the 5S principles rather than replacing existing 5S perform approach. They also create the organizations for the overall group next. This program indicates that the residents and the congregations put into practice every area of the classrooms and computer lab, including shoe racks and racks for students' bags, so they look like more organized compared to before. The group members who wish to be allocated for the congregations must be appropriate for their age and demands for the job. This may also expedite of their process of arranging in the Block B. The second examples of a senior management participations and ongoing involvement in creating this EKSA norm, support and dedications of superiors to cultivating the cultures that will have an indelible impacts on the other 5S. 5S will be effectively accomplished by the organization's workforce with the help of the top management supervisions and options to choose from. So, For me and for us, in order to carry out sales events like Gotong Royong and so on, the top management must play a huge role to make an effort to work with the students' congregations. Therefore, thanks to these efforts, based on the committee structures, Block B will become more well-known for the behaviors of the block senior administrator who are effective and cordial with the congregations of the academic Block B.
Next, let's look the layout of this building. As you guys can see, this layout shows the front view of this block. This block has 4 levels and our group need to focus on level 2 until 4 only. There are 6 ICT laboratories on level 2 that provide tool ICT for students to use. There is a similarity between level 3 and 4, which is that both level has 6 lecture rooms. Each level in this block has male and female toilet. The following is the layout of lecture room on level 3 and 4. Among the facilities that provided in this room are a television, a lecture table and whiteboard to easier the process of lecture session. Other than that, there are 45 chairs and tables available in this lecture room. The last layout shows what inside the ICT laboratory, which is on level 2. At the entrance of the laboratory, there is a maintenance room. Apart from that, there is a lecture table and a whiteboard. The number of tables and chairs in the laboratory same with the lecture room, which is 45 each table and chair.
The first issue of 5S that we encounter at our zone is sort. The purpose of sort is to decrease clutter and free up space by removing unneeded items that do not belong in the area anymore. The exact issue is that some shoe racks and shelves that are provided outside each ICT laboratories at the second floor of Block B UiTM MACHANG are broken and worn, as you can see in the picture. To resolve the issue, one of the committee members may fill out a form to dispose the affected items and then replace it with the new ones. In that way, the corporate image can be maintained. Another 5S issue that we encounter at our zone is set in order, which is to organize the area. Based on our observations of each toilet at Block B UiTM MACHANG is that a locker to store the cleaning tools and items are not provided at all. Thus, all the cleaning stuff are piled up in front of the toilet's door, which may cause disturbance to some people to enter and exit the toilet, right? And so in order to overcome the issue, the authority in charge must provide a locker to store the cleaning stuff so that it will make things easier for the staff, student and lecturer as well. Besides, it also will enhance the corporate image of that block.
The Shen 5S stake focuses on cleaning the work area, which means swiping, mopping, dusting, wiping surface, placing tools and material. Apart from basic cleaning, Shine also involves regular maintenance on equipment and machines. As stated in the picture, we will be able to find out the issue of being less sensitive to toilet cleanliness, and then we found out the solution is to keep the toilet always clean and shiny.
Standardize. Standardize is to be the standard operating procedure to include 5S. Standardize, also known as the standardization of the organization or place. Under standardize, there are standard tools that help in standardization. For instance, procedures labels. Level 2 Block B consists of an ICT lab. Students and staff need to take off the shoe and put them on the shoe rack that is provided outside the classroom. At the shoe rack, there is a sign that orders students and staff to take off the shoe and put the shoe on the rack. The issue that I can relate with these labels is sometimes there are students that take off the shoes but don't put the shoe in the right place. So the solution is we must provide signs or labels to alert the student where to put their shoe. Sustain. Sustain is to assign responsibility and track progress. Sustain also can be described as a discipline. Under sustain, the person in charge of Block B must be responsible for tagging that reminds every student and staff to make sure everyone becomes disciplined by certain rules. For particular, the tagging about sila tutup air jika tidak digunakan and sila tutup kipas dan lampu jika tidak digunakan. These two tagging can be described as saving energy and green practice because we try to save electricity. The issue for this part is sometimes there are few students that forget to close the pipe after they wash their hand and they forget to close the fan and light after they use the classroom. The solution for these issues, we can put tagging to remind everyone to close the pipe, fan and light after they use it. Additionally, for sustain, sila buang sampah di dalam tong sampah yang disediakan dan dilarang membuang sampah di dalam mangkuk tandas. The second example related to discipline, not only the person in charge should be responsible, but everyone that uses Block B should be responsible and follow certain rules to make sure the area of Block B is always clean and free of rubbish. The issue here is that students sometimes litter everywhere because they don't want to throw the rubbish in the dustbin. The solution is we should put tagging to remind everyone not to litter everywhere.
The conclusion 4.1, the benefits of EKSA and 5S initiative to the organization with UiTM members. The first one is improve the image of environment. The second one, making 5S practice a daily routine. The third one is renew the objective element of EKSA and 5S implementation. 4.2, learning reflection is about the challenges and learn about the challenges. Firstly, lack of time to do the research due to tight schedule. Second, worry about disturbing those who are working in the environment. The third is lack of attention from people around when explaining or showing the function and benefit of EKSA. About the listener, we can learn about responsibility, about teamwork and understand the surrounding needs.